I've seen hundreds of insurance claims denied, and almost every single time the insurance company uses the exact same excuses. They tell the policyholder, your damage doesn't meet your deductible, or you're not covered for that type of damage. Claim denied. You feel lost. You feel betrayed. You spend thousands on insurance premiums, and when you really need your insurance coverage, they let you down. But here's the absolute truth that the insurance company doesn't want you to know. A denied claim is not the end of the road. And often it is stated so you can give up on the claim and do not pursue it any further. But here's the real truth. 9 times out of 10, when an insurance company denies you for these reasons, they haven't gone through the entire investigation process in the first place. If you have ever had a claim and you actually have had an adjuster come out to your property, you can understand how this happens. The average adjuster spends 30 minutes or less at the property, especially after a hurricane. They take some pictures, take some measurements, and then they leave. Let me give you a perfect example. A client came to me with a commercial building claim. They had significant damage, but their insurance claim was completely denied by their insurance adjuster. He hardly documented the claim, and you could tell. He had some visible damage of part of the roof and then looked around and shrugged and said, there's not enough damage here. It doesn't meet your $75,000 deductible. We're going to give you $0 on this. The case is closed. And that's what the insurance thought until we stepped in. We did a massive, thorough investigation. We documented every single inch of damage that their adjuster conveniently missed. We ended up having to take the insurance company to the process called appraisal. And after showing our estimates and our indisputable proof, that exact same client who was told they didn't even have $75,000 in damage got them a check for over $650,000. That's an additional $580,000 worth of damage that the insurance company completely missed the first time around. This happens every single day, and it could happen to you. You pay thousands in premiums and you get a denial letter, and they expect you to just roll over and go away. But I'm here to tell you a denied claim is not the end of the road. I am so glad that you're watching my video today, and I wanted to give you 2 free gifts just for you. The first one is an insurance policy reviewer, and it's called the KISS app. Keep insurance super simple. And what you do is you upload your insurance policy, and now I can explain to you in plain English exactly what's in your policy. You upload it, my AI will go ahead and tell you what is good, what is bad, and we color code it to make it super simple for you to understand. It takes a 70-page insurance policy and breaks it down to 4 or 5 pages of color-coded good, bad, and what you need to improve on your insurance coverages so that you're covered correctly. The second app I'm giving you is My Property Vault. This is a must-have so that you document your home exactly the way you need it for an insurance claim. I've been through a lot of hurricanes. There's tornadoes, there's fires, there's burglary, even floods where you lose everything and you don't document that. And when you go to get paid without the documentation, you're going to get pennies on the dollar. And I don't want that to happen to you. So what I want you to do today is to download these free apps and use them for yourself, because I'm giving them to you for free for watching this video. You can go to USA Damage Claims to get the KISS app to review your policy, and then mypropertyvault.com to get your home inventory app that will help you document your home the way you need it. Absolutely free for watching today. So continue watching this video, and I appreciate you doing so. Thank you. I'm Keith Kravitz, insurance adjuster and author of Hurricane Proof. I've seen homeowners and business owners completely lose hope after opening that denial letter. They think the fight is over. They think the insurance company has the final say. But the reality, that letter isn't the end. It is simply the beginning of the negotiation process. Most denials can be challenged. Many of them can be overturned. You just have to know the rules of the game. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact steps you can take to turn a denial into a payout. Specifically, I'm going to break down the 3 paths to fight back: mediation, appraisal, and lawsuits, and exactly when you should use each one. Before we even talk about the 3 ways to fight back, we need to talk about your ammunition, which is the investigation. As I mentioned earlier, the biggest mistake you can make is taking the insurance adjuster's word as gospel. Their job is to protect the insurance company. Bottom line, your job is to protect your property. When you get a denial, your immediate next step is to bring your own experts. I'm talking about independent adjusters, licensed roofers, plumbers, and engineers. You need independent estimates that show the true cost of repairing your property to its pre-loss condition. Let me share a story about a homeowner who came to me absolutely devastated. Their roof had suffered severe storm damage, but the claim was denied. The insurer used that classic line, "Damages are less than your deductible." But when we brought in a licensed roofer and a flooring contractor, their detailed estimates showed nearly triple the damage the insurance company claimed. Those documents forced the insurance company back to the negotiating table. Because we had indisputable proof, that homeowner walked away with a check for $42,000 instead of zero. That is the power of proper investigation. Once you have that proof, it's time to choose your weapon. Your first weapon after a denial is mediation. In states like Florida, mediation is often required or highly encouraged before you can move on to any other legal options. It's a process run by the Department of Financial Services in Florida. Here's the best part. It typically is paid for by the insurance company, which means there's no out-of-pocket to you. It gives you an official platform to sit down with a representative from the insurance company, a neutral mediator, and to present the evidence you've gathered. Now, time for the reality check. While mediation is free and relatively fast, it's non-binding. That means the mediator cannot force the insurance company to pay you. The mediator is just there to help facilitate a conversation. Because of this, insurers rarely make massive moves in mediation. If you're looking for an extra $5,000 or $10,000 to get your claim fully funded, mediation might get you there. But if you're looking for hundreds of thousands of dollars, that mediation is likely to be just a stepping stone. But remember, it costs you nothing to try, and it puts your independent evidence formally on the record, which strengthens your file for the next step. If mediation fails, or if the gap between their offer and your damage is massive, we move to a process the insurance companies fear the most, which is called appraisal. Appraisal is a clause written right into most property insurance policies. When you invoke appraisal, you are hiring an independent appraiser to represent you, and the insurance company hires one to represent them. These two experts review the damage and try to agree on a price. If they can't agree, they bring in a neutral third party called an umpire. Whatever the umpire decides is binding, meaning that once that decision is signed, the insurance company has to pay it. This process usually takes about 3 to 6 months, and it's not free. You typically pay your appraiser a percentage of the claim, often around 10%, plus you have to pay half of the umpire fee, which can range anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000, depending on the complexity of the claim. But the return on investment can be staggering. Remember that commercial building I mentioned to you earlier at the start of the video, the one that went from 0 to $650,000, that was won through the appraisal process. Let me give you another example. I worked on a residential case where mediation completely failed. The insurer budged just about $7,500 on a claim that was worth over $100,000. They dug their heels in. We invoked appraisal. We brought in our independent experts and let the process play out. And after the umpire reviewed the overwhelming evidence, the homeowner walked away with $96,000 more than the insurance company's final offer. Appraisal is the ultimate equalizer. But what happens if the insurance company flat out refuses to go to appraisal? And they could do this. Or what if they deny the claim based on a complex legal interpretation of your policy wording? When all else fails, your third option is to take them to court. Filing a lawsuit is the nuclear option. It's highly effective, but you need to know what you're signing up for. Once you enter litigation, you are entering a world of depositions, discovery, and legal back and forth. Lawsuits take time. You are generally looking at 6 to 12 months at an absolute minimum, and often much longer. It also requires hiring a specialized property damage attorney. While many of these attorneys work on a contingency basis, which means they don't get paid unless you win, they typically take 30 to 40% of your final settlement. Because of the time and the high fees, litigation is best used when your claim is very large and the damage is severe, and the insurance company is acting basically in bad faith by refusing to honor the clear terms of your contract. It's a tough road, but sometimes it's the only way necessary to get the insurance company to move on that claim. So let's recap. If you receive a denial letter, do not panic, do not throw it in the trash, and do not assume the insurance company is right. That letter isn't the end. It's just the start of a different fight. Step 1 is getting your own thorough investigation to prove the damage is real and exceeds your deductible. Once you have that proof, you choose your path. Mediation for a quick, free conversation, appraisal for a binding, expert-driven settlement, or litigation as the heavy-hitting final resort. The key to all of this is making sure your documentation is airtight and you never take no for an answer without verifying it yourself. So now that you know how to fight back after a denial, you need to be prepared for the next major battle, which is water damage versus mold. Insurers absolutely love to deny claims the second they hear the word mold, even if it's a covered water leak that caused it in the first place. There is one specific thing you cannot say to your adjuster that can kill your claim before it even gets started. I'll show you exactly how to report the damage so you stay protected. I'm Keith Kravitz, and thanks for watching Insurance Secrets. If this video helped you, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next secret the insurance companies hope you'll never learn. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.
Hi, I'm Keith Kravitz, your hurricane fighting champ. As an insurance adjuster, I've seen storms knock out homes, and the next thing you know, homeowners get floored by their insurance claims. Hurricanes hit hard, but stepping into the insurance ring without knowledge is like fighting blindfolded with one hand tied behind your back. It never ends well. That's why I wrote Hurricane Proof: Insider Secrets from an Insurance Adjuster. Out now on Amazon. This book is your training manual to go toe-to-toe with your insurance company and win the cash you need to rebuild. Hurricane Proof gives you my battle-tested moves. Prep your home, dodge claim denials, and land every penny you deserve. It's your knockout punch against the storm. From decoding policies to outsmarting adjusters, Hurricane Proof transforms you into a hurricane-ready champion. Whether you're a homeowner, business owner, or anyone facing the storm, hurricane season is no joke. So don't get caught unprepared. Grab Hurricane Proof on Amazon now, and let's make you the champion of your next insurance claim.